All right, let's jump right in. Today we're talking about something pretty exciting, Claude Code. Think of it as your new AI coding co-pilot.
And really, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Imagine ChatGPT, but with the ability to actually get real work done. That is Claude Code. Wow, that's a bold claim, and it's what we're going to dig into today.
So, you might be thinking, I've used Claude's web chat before. What's the big deal? Well, that's kind of the whole point. The web chat, it's awesome for talking, for brainstorming, for research, but Claude Code, that's built for doing. It's designed for action. We're talking writing code, creating actual files, and even running commands. It's a whole different ballgame.
Okay, I know what some of you are thinking. Coding, commands, that sounds complicated, right? But stick with me here, because the setup is actually way more beginner-friendly than you'd expect. Let's walk through your first steps.
And to make this even simpler, I love this analogy. You can think of Visual Studio Code, which is the main tool we'll use, as a Google Doc, but for developers. That's it. It's not some scary, complex thing. It's just the blank page where you and your AI copilot are going to create stuff.
All right, so how do you actually get started? It's literally just 3 steps. Step 1, get yourself a Claude.ai account. Now, this is a key point. You do need one of the paid plans for this to work, so Pro, Max, or Teams. Step 2, download a program called Visual Studio Code. Don't worry, it's totally free, and it's what pretty much everyone uses. And then step 3, you just open up Visual Studio Code, search for the Claude Code extension in its marketplace, and hit install. Seriously, that's the whole setup.
Okay, setup is done. Easy enough, right? Now, let's get to the fun part, the part where the magic happens. We're going to turn simple words into a real working app.
And this is what blows my mind. You don't need to learn a bunch of complicated code. You just talk to it in plain English. You can literally just type something like, make tic-tac-toe that I can play on the web. Now here's what's so cool about this. It doesn't just spit out one giant messy file of code. No, it actually thinks like a developer. It knows that a proper web app needs different files for different jobs, so it creates the HTML for the structure, the CSS to make it look good, and the JavaScript to handle the game's logic. It builds the entire project folder for you, all neat and organized. And just like that, you have a playable game. I mean, think about that. From one simple sentence to a working game you can actually play. It's incredible. Okay, so building a game from scratch is amazing. But it gets even better, because Claude Code isn't just about creating new things in a vacuum. It can plug into the tools you're already using and become a true personal assistant.
But wait a second, how does that even work? How can it possibly connect to your personal stuff, like your Google Drive, or your Notion, or even your social media accounts?
Well, the secret sauce is something called an MCP server. And I know, that sounds super technical, but just ignore the name for a second. All it really is a bridge. A secure bridge that lets Claude Code talk to your other apps. It's the piece that connects everything together, so it can do things for you in Google Drive, Notion, you name it.
Let's make this real with an example. Imagine you want an AI social media assistant. You could tell Claude, hey, write me a few posts for Twitter about our new product. It could then use that MCP server bridge to go look at your brand guidelines in Notion, write the drafts in your voice, maybe even generate a cool infographic. It could fact-check itself with a web search, and then, get this, schedule the posts directly to Twitter and LinkedIn for you. All of that from just a simple command.
So you can see how powerful this is, right? It's not just a tool, it's a co-pilot. And like any good co-pilot, you need to know how to work with it. Let's talk about choosing the right settings for the job.
You basically have 3 ways to work with it. First, there's planning mode. Think of this as the brainstorming phase for big projects. Then you have asking mode, which is the default. This is the polite, cautious mode. It'll suggest what to do next and wait for you to say go ahead. And then there's coding mode. This is when you trust it to just get the job done, acting automatically to keep things moving fast.
And just like you'd pick a different car for a race versus a road trip, you can pick a different AI engine for Claude. There are 3 main ones. You've got Opus, the big, powerful one. It's perfect for really complex stuff, but it's a bit slower and costs more. Then there's Sonnet, which is your perfect all-arounder, your daily driver for most tasks. And finally, you have Haiku. It's super fast and cheap, great for quick answers and simple automations.
So when you put it all together, you can see this is so much more than just another tool for programmers. It really is a brand new way to think about creating, building, and automating, well, just about anything.
So, the technology is here. Your AI copilot is basically sitting in the cockpit ready to go. The only real question is, what are you going to build with it?